guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys my bronzer collection. Now, I own a lot of bronzers, but I'm not going to get rid of any of them. Well, I'm going to get rid of one, and that is it, because I really like all the ones that I have. And I did return a few bronzers that I didn't really care for. One was the Makeup Forever bronzer. I did return that. I also returned the Too Faced Dark Chocolate bronzer, but only because I have it in a palette already. So that is the only reason why I returned that. But I was gonna like get rid of some of my bronzers and do my decluttering, but then I can't do it. So I'm keeping these except for one, and then I was thinking about doing my top 5 or even my top 3 bronzers, because I think 3 is fair, only because those are the ones that I truly love, cannot live without. So let me know if you guys want to see a top 3 or a top 5, but today it's all about my bronzers, my bronzer collection. I did not include any of my bronzers that are in palettes. I thought I would just talk about my single bronzers that I have. So let's just go ahead and get started, because I have quite a bit to share with you guys. So I have included high-end and drugstore picks, just mainly because I don't own a lot of drugstore bronzers. One is newer to my collection, so that is the first one that I'm going to talk about, and it's the NYC Big Bold Bronzing Powder. And I picked this up at Walmart. First of all, it's humongous. It is so big. It's going to take me a long time to get through this. I'm wearing it today as my bronzer. It is super pigmented, and you do not need a lot. Like, I barely dipped my brush in there and it was enough to do like my entire face. So I'm actually very impressed with this bronzer, and it's from NYC. I know I think it's the Sunny bronzer. That bronzer didn't work for me at all. I think somebody that is maybe lighter skinned will probably get away with that one, but that one just, it didn't do anything for me. But this one, amazing. And it's not, like, it looks pretty dark, but it's a beautiful contour color. It's very silky and soft, and it just blends like so nice. Isn't that pretty? Like, it's a really nice color, you guys. Really impressed with this. Definitely going to be keeping this. I just picked this up the other day, so it's staying in my collection. I'm going to really enjoy it. 2 more from the drugstore. I guess I'll talk about this one. Again, another bronzer from NYC, and this is the Sun and Bronze Bronzing Powder. I really like this, but I'm actually going to get rid of this one, only because it dried out, and I think it's because of the lid. I haven't used it in a while. It does not swatch good anymore like the first time I ever got it. So like you can barely see that, but this is a really nice bronzer. It used to be one of my favorites at the drugstore, but I think I like this one a little bit better. But I think somebody that is light to medium will like this one, and somebody medium to dark will like the other one that I just shared. But this is actually a really nice bronzer, but I'm not gonna repurchase it anytime soon, just because, well, you guys will see how many bronzers I actually have. The last one that I own at the drugstore is by Maybelline. This is the Master Bronze Matte Bronzing Powder. This was limited edition. You might be able to still find it on Amazon. I'm not sure, but I'll have everything linked down below for you guys just in case. But I really like this bronzer. I'm definitely going to be keeping this. It reminds me of the one by NYC that I just showed you. I'll just do a really quick swatch next to it. The one by NYC, this one right here, has a bit more of a sheen to it, and this one is like completely matte. But the color is very similar. I would say this is a little bit deeper, not as bronzy as this. This has a little bit more of an ashy tone to it. So I love this one. Definitely going to be keeping it. This next one is the only cream bronzer that I own in my collection, and it's by Bourjois. This is a really nice product, but it's a little bit difficult to work with. This cream is extremely pigmented. Like, a little bit really does go a long way. Like, it just picks up a lot of product. So normally when I use this, I like to just dip my brush in there and just tap it on the lid and just kind of remove some of it and then start blending it from there. But this is extremely creamy. A little bit goes a really long way, you guys. it's a really nice bronzer. That's the color right there. It definitely evens and just smooths out your skin, and it just, oh, it's so nice. I also did a comparison between this and the Chanel Universal bronzer, the cream bronzer that everybody loves here. I had just a little tiny sample. That one is definitely easier to work with. It's a little bit thinner. It's not as moussey as this, so definitely easier to work with, but this color was nicer. It wasn't as orange. I found the Chanel one just to be slightly a bit on the orange side, and this one's a bit more matte. So that is the only difference that I found between them, but the Chanel one is definitely easier to work with, but I still really, really love this. I'm going to be keeping this in my collection. Okay, I lied. I do have one more cream bronzer. It's by Sonia Kashuk. I got mine in the color Rich Bronze. It came in 2 shades. I went with the darker one. I found the lighter one was slightly orange. This one was a little bit deeper in tone. I can get away with wearing this now, but for the fall and winter, it's a little bit too dark for me, but I do like it. It's very creamy. It blends into the skin really nice. It's a really nice cream bronzer. I'm really impressed with it. I'm really sad that Sonia Kashuk is not here in Canada anymore, because man, I've seen some of her new collections and they're so nice, but that's the color right there. It's a nice cream bronzer. I need to use it a little bit more, but I need to keep it out because if it's in my drawer, I don't reach for it as much, especially cream bronzers. Like I really need to start using them, and I think cream bronzers are really nice for the summertime. I have one limited edition bronzer, and it's the Love Rihanna Bronzing Powder that looks like this. Okay, swatched it once, used it once, and that was it. So I cannot tell you whether I love this or not. I do not remember. I used it when it first came out last year. Was it last year? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was last year, and that was it. But it looks like it looks nice. I'm just not sure. So I'm gonna keep it out. I want to start using it to see if I like it, because if I don't, I really want to pass it on because maybe someone else will really love it. So I'll keep you guys posted in this bronzer. Sticking with MAC's Give Me Sun. I love this bronzer. I'm definitely keeping this in my collection. I love the color that it gives because it really does give you that like sun-kissed glow. It's slightly orange. It's not going to be for everybody. So if you don't like orangey bronzers, well, I mean, I've swatched some bronzers that are pretty orange that I will not put on my face, but this works for me. I really, really enjoy it. These are so soft. It blends so nicely. There is the color right there. So it's not too bad. It's not too orange, but give it a try. Maybe go to the MAC counter, get them to put it on you to see if you're gonna like it, but I really love it. And the other one is Refined Golden. This is limited edition packaging, obviously, but they do have this in their permanent line. This is a gorgeous bronzer. It's got a little bit of tiny flecks of shimmer in there, but it looks so good on the skin. Beautiful, beautiful bronzer. I believe the Wash and Dry collection also came out with this in the limited edition packaging if you guys wanted to get it in the really pretty packaging, but this is just a gorgeous bronzer. So happy I have this. Highly recommend it. It just, oh, okay. I need to wear this again. I really, really do. It's almost similar to MAC's Give Me Sun. It's a little bit deeper though, and it does have some shimmer to it. It's gorgeous. Let's talk about some Bobbi Brown. I have this Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in Golden Light 01. Look at that, you guys. I hit pan. You guys will probably know that I already hit pan because I did my Project Pan video. I'll leave that link down below in case you guys missed it. I wanted to finish it up. It's been in 2 Project Pans, like 2 of them. So it's lasting me forever. But I really, really enjoy this bronzer. It is the perfect bronzer contouring powder. Just trust me on it. Get it. If you are interested in trying this bronzer, she does have the bronzer and blush duo out in one of her in the summer collection. So it is limited edition if you guys want to get your hands on it. You do get quite a bit. It's a pretty big compact. So yeah, just thought I would let you guys know that. But this is a gorgeous bronzer. When this runs out, I will probably repurchase it. Not anytime soon, but I do see myself purchasing this again in the future for sure. The other one is a Brightening Blush Bronze 1. This you can use as a blush or a bronzer. I just use it for my bronzer. And this does give off some shimmer to the skin. It's not matte, so if you don't like shimmer, you're probably not gonna like this, but there's no glitter to it, you know, like just tiny flecks of shimmer. It's gorgeous on the skin, perfect for the summertime. I picked this up last summer and I couldn't put it down. So I know I love it. I'm gonna be keeping it. You can use this to highlight if you want as well. I just swirl all the colors together. I do the whole the number 3 around my face, a little bit down my neck. Perfect, I'm good to go. This is all I need. I don't even need to put a blush on, but normally I do because I'm like a blush fanatic. Like I need to put my blush on every day or else I feel bare. But this is a gorgeous product. I really enjoy it. Okay, I have a little sample of the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzing Powder. When this first came out, I was like addicted to it. Well, and then I only had maybe 2 bronzers in my collection, so this is like one of my first bronzers that I've ever purchased. I love it. It does smell like chocolate. I know everybody says that, but it really does. And it still smells like chocolate. I've had it forever. I'm almost close to hitting pan on it, but it is a gorgeous bronzing powder. I even use it to contour, and it works for me. Highly recommend it. Too Faced just has great bronzers, and I got the Too Faced bronzer book, which I've used a few times, but I haven't used all the colors in there yet. It's really nice. I'm glad I have it. Okay, this next one is by Lise Watier. Now you can pick Lise Watier up at Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada. I believe her website now does ship to the States, but I'm not 100% sure. I will always have a link down below for you guys in case you guys were interested, but this is limited edition, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to get your hands on it. But it's gorgeous. That's what it looks like. Look at how big this thing is. I've talked about it a few times here already. I just picked this up about a month ago when her summer collection came out. It is sold out in all the stores. I'm not sure if it's sold out online, but like I said, I will try and find it for you guys. It is a gorgeous bronzer. You can use it as a blush too, so it's a blush bronzer, almost like the Laura Mercier bronzer. I'll just do a really quick swatch. I've talked a ton about this already, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But there it is right there. Gorgeous. Just beautiful. Laura Mercier Ritual Bronzer. She made this permanent in her line, which is really nice. I remember when this first came out, everybody was talking about it, but it was really hard to get. So now you can get it anytime that you want. It's definitely worth the hype here on YouTube. I would definitely have this in your collection. I think it gives the most beautiful bronzing color. It is seriously like the perfect color. It just adds that perfect warmth to your skin without looking orange. It's got that pink running through it, so you can definitely use it as your blush if you like. It's gorgeous. So I do recommend this one. I'll do a really quick swatch for you. Seriously, you guys, just go and get it. Even though if you own as many bronzers as I do, you still need it in your life. So there it is right there. Just get it. This next bronzer, if it wasn't for Ashley from Texas Mamiya Boys, I would not have purchased this bronzer because I kind of heard mixed reviews about it, but then she talked about it and raved about it, and I'm like, okay, no, I need to try this out. And it's the Sephora Bronzing Face Powder in the color Fiji. Oh, you guys, I cannot put this bronzer down. I can't. It is like the perfect bronzing powder ever. It is so silky, it's so smooth, it's so soft. It's all of the above. I just love it so much. I cannot put it down. If you guys have not tried these, I really think you should. Some of them are a little bit orange, I'm not gonna lie, but this one, if you're gonna try any from that line, definitely try Fiji. I think it's gonna go with a lot of skin tones. So highly recommend this. I'll do a quick swatch for you guys. Oh, it's so nice. And it is matte. Yeah, it's a matte bronzer, but it still kind of gives a little bit of a sheen, but it's so pretty. Oh, I love this so much. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. I love it. This year, Hourglass came out with 2 bronzers. I got mine in the color Luminous Bronze Light, which is for lighter skin tones. Okay, I was a little bit nervous in trying this product out because so many people were giving it bad reviews, saying it was too orange. They were really disappointed in the product. Then I watched Rihanna. I'll leave her channel link down below. She's like the bronzer queen right now. She's buying probably like every bronzer that came out this year. So she made me actually get this because she said it did pull orange on her, and it does not pull orange on me. I'm really happy I gave it a shot. It blends in so nicely. Like I barely have to like put any effort into like blending in my bronzer with this powder. And it's just like the ambient lighting powders, like they just give you like this beautiful like airbrushed look. Like I really love it. So if you guys were on the fence about it, maybe give it a shot because it might work for you. You might be surprised. And I went with the lighter one. I didn't go for the deeper one. So yeah. Next is Benefit's Hoola bronzer. This is the first bronzer that I ever purchased high-end, and it's still my favorite till this day, hands down. I love it. At first when I bought it, I'm like, oh, that's not going to show up on me. But you guys, it really does. I would have to say it's one of my all-time favorite bronzers. So, I mean, that's saying a lot. Don't throw away this brush because this brush is a really good contouring brush if you don't want to spend the money on the Ita brush by NARS. This is pretty much the same in my opinion. It fits perfectly in the hollow of your cheeks. It blends out the product really nicely. I really like it. So I do keep this. I have nothing but good things to say about this bronzer. Hands down, one of my favorites. Bahama Mama by the Balm. I don't reach for this one a lot, but I'm gonna keep it in my collection because I do like it. It's a darker contouring shade. I do not recommend bronzing with this color, but for contour, it is really nice. If you like those darker contours, if you really want to make your contour really sharp, or even just create a really natural shadow, then this is a nice product to have in your collection, but it's not going to be for everybody. I'll just do a really quick swatch for you. I haven't used it in a while, but it's a really nice contouring shade. There it is right there. So it does lean a little bit more on the grayer side, but still brown, you know, like, or tanned. I wouldn't say brown, it's more on the tan side. It's nice, I like it. The last two that I'm going to talk about do have a lot of shimmer to it, so if you don't like a bronzing powder that has a ton of shimmer, then you definitely need to stay away from these. For me personally, I really love it. I love to get my glow on in the summertime. And this is the Betty Luminizer by the Balm. I remember when I first got this, I couldn't put it down. I have to hold it here because it's gonna fall out. It actually fell out of my pan. I picked mine up at off of Hot Look, and I only paid like $10, I believe it was. Yeah, $10. But I mean, if you don't buy it there, this is like a $38 product. Like, it's expensive. So I wouldn't say it's a must-have because it does give off a lot of shimmer. So if you don't like shimmer, definitely stay away from this. But I love this color, and it just makes me feel pretty every time I put it on. So there it is right there. Again, not for everybody, so I'm just going to warn you guys. And the last one is by CoverFX. This is the Bronzed FX in the color Gold. This is going to give the same effect as the Betty Luminizer, but it's a little bit more wearable, not as golden, a little bit more my skin tone, and I think somebody with a dark skin tone can wear this as a highlight. So I'll do a quick swatch for you. I don't know if the camera is going to pick up the color yet. It might. I'm going to do close-ups anyways, but there's a color right there. So I really like it. I just like the look that it gives to my skin, just very glowy and natural. I don't know, it's nice, but like I said, like these two here, if you don't like a bronzer with a lot of shimmer, then definitely stay away from these two. Those are all the bronzers that I own in my collection besides my palettes. I'm sorry if I seem kind of all over the place and I'm not talking right and I'm just kind of almost slurring my words. I've had a really rough week. I really just needed to come on here and just chit chat with you guys, talk about makeup, get other things off my mind. So I do apologize, and I really do appreciate you guys being here and watching my videos. It really does mean a lot to me, and I love sharing everything with you guys. So thank you once again. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what bronzers you have been loving in your collection. I have a list, like a really long list, so why not add to it? So don't forget to leave it down below. Until next time guys, thank you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. This year Hourglass came out with 2 bronzers. Those are all my bronzers that I own in my collection besides my bronzing powder.